What's up, guys? I'm out here in Tokyo, and today I want to make a quick video and talk about the three pillars of being successful with women. Those three pillars are money, muscles, and game. All right, so let's talk about it. Other people go with looks, money, status, but today I'm going to talk about money, muscles, game. All right. So, there's a stereotype, that women like guys with money, and we all kind of know this, but it's not until you see it and you witness it that you really know it, you know? You can know it subconsciously, but when you see it in real life, you kind of like kind of changes you, you know? So yeah, I'm out here. I came out here to Japan to teach English, so um, money is not something that I scored very high in at all. Like, I just had a normal salary, like that, allowed me to look after myself and, travel and whatnot. But I certainly didn't have a lot of money. And, the phrase like ignorance is bliss, that was kind of me regarding money. I didn't swallow the money pill until like this year, and now I'm 31, because I guess I never really needed money. I didn't really care about money. But recently, this year, I started hanging around with people that have money. And, that's like a serious, like, yeah, I swallowed the money pill because when you see it, you know it, all right? And when you see the way women behave around guys with money, you kind of see a different side of things, you know? As an English teacher, I was only hanging around with people that had the same kind of money as me. So, like I said, ignorance is bliss. I was just in my own world. I didn't really care about money. I didn't consider it, and that was that. But so I'm out here in Tokyo, and Tokyo is one of the richest cities in the world. It has the most millionaires per capita, apparently, and yeah. So let me give you an example of this. All right. So a friend of mine is he's moving apart. He's moving apartment, and he's looking for a really nice place. And I was basically, going around looking at these apartments with him. And while I was looking at these apartments, I just took a video or two in one of these luxurious high-rise apartments in Tokyo. And I just decided to do an experiment, just a little experiment. So I took a video, and I sent it to a few girls that I had gotten contacts with, or who I had met out, but who had ghosted me, completely ghosted me. So I just sent them a clip of this skyrise apartment, the view out the window, and I said, "Yo, this is my new apartment. You want to come over and chill?" And every single one of those chicks messaged me back within 5 minutes. Things like, "Wow, amazing!" Like, "Oh my God!" Like, and one of the girls that I had messaged was actually, she had sent me a message the previous week and was like, "I have a boyfriend. Bye." BYE, capital letters. And so I just sent her this clip, and 7 seconds or something, just about the with the sky view and everything. I said, "Yo, this is my new apartment. You want to come over and chill?" And she was like, she messaged me back within 5 minutes and said, "Oh my God, that's amazing. Like, invite me over when you move in, like directly. Like, she was gonna come directly to my apartment." Um, so yeah, that's just one example, and I had sent it to so many, but that's just the way it is. So that's the money pill. So, like, you know, as you increase each category, you increase your value. Um, I obviously had qualified to her in terms of looks, but looks weren't enough in that. looks and game or whatever. But obviously, she was interested in more. But when I sent her that apartment view, she was all over it. She was all over it like a fucking I don't know what. But yeah, let's talk about number two, and that is muscles. All right, and let's just say muscles covers like health and fitness. All right, this is the second pillar of getting a fuck ton of women. Right, muscles. Right. So I never really cared about muscles really. I'm an ectomorph, so I'm kind of lucky. I never had to work. I can eat anything. I'll never gain weight. It's just that's just the way it is. But realistically, I was too skinny. So I never really reached my full potential in my 20s in terms of like being physically my best. I'm working on that now, but I have to eat a ton of protein. I was always fit. I was always like, but I was too skinny. But this is another pillar of getting a lot of pussy. When you are physically your best, when you have muscles, when you have like your biceps are pumped out, when you have a six pack, when you're just like looking your best, this is another thing that's gonna help you get a lot of women. Um, yeah. So it's just really important to be working on these things. Um, let me see. Yeah. So let's the third one. The third one is game, and game is pretty much the most important one, I think. So if your game, say your game skills are like maxed out, you're just smooth as fuck. Let's say game. First of all, game covers how you present yourself, your charisma, your style, your how confident you are, how you present yourself. So you could be sort of fat, you could be too skinny, but if you dress really well and you speak really well and you're just smooth and confident, you're gonna get pussy. I mean, if your money and muscles are shit, and you're not gonna get as much pussy, even if your game is 10, but you're still gonna get pussy. So game is the most important. I think out of all three, my strongest pillar. Money and muscles, I'm working on them. Muscles isn't too bad. Like I said, I'm an ectomorph. I'm just physically, I'm athletic, naturally athletic. But realistically, I've been too skinny. But I'm working on that. I have to eat a lot of protein. But when you have game, that is just so valuable. It's priceless, really. Um, you can pretty much, you could be a bum, you could be broke. You know what I mean? And you're still gonna get pussy when you have proper game skills. When you combine that with money and muscles, I mean, the pussy you can get is just going to be endless. Like there's no limit because you're just increasing the probability so much more when you have money and muscles. Like I said with that girl that I messaged, showed the view of the apartment. She just asked me like direct like invite. She wanted to come over immediately, like not even meet her on a date or anything, just come directly to my apartment. Um, yeah, so these are just the three things you need to constantly be working on. And I'm not saying you need to go into monk mode or do this, that, and the other and wait. Go into your little cave and wait for the perfect moment until you're ready to emerge from your cave, and you're just gonna have women throwing themselves at you. You know. To be honest, even if you scored like 10 in money, muscles, and game, you're a millionaire, you're jacked as fuck, and your game is smooth as fuck. Women still aren't really gonna come to you. Sure, some are, because you're the perfect guy basically. Um, but you're still gonna have to chase it to some extent. But as long as you're aware of these three things, as long as you're just aware of it and you're working on it, because trust me, this shit is real. Like, I mean, that was a that was a kind of a red pill for me, and I'm just so like red pill, man. But there's levels to this shit, you know. You're constantly learning. I'm constantly learning. You know, I don't think I know everything at all. I want to keep learning. You know what I mean? I just when you know, of course, I knew that women like money. Everyone knows that. You know, the stereotypical gold digger kind of thing. But you have no idea how real it actually is. It's like super real. Like it's incredible. It's a complete panty dropper. You know what I mean? When a guy has money and he's good looking and he's jacked and he has proper game, oh man, like women just are not an issue. Then you will just have an endless supply, endless. You know what I mean? You're never gonna hear this in mainstream media. You know, we all know this is true. We all know it, but you gotta know it. You gotta see it. You gotta experience it to know that it's true. So yeah, this is just a short, like, kind of video on my thoughts about the three pillars, which you always got to be working on. You always got to be grinding. There's no breaks. You know what I mean? Three pillars. If you have all three, you're gonna be happy. I really think if you're scoring high in all those three things, you're gonna be a happy person. You know what I mean? Money, muscles, and game. Like, I mean, it's just everything. Money, you're able to look after yourself. You don't have to worry about financial issues. Muscles, you're healthy, you're fit. That's what it means, being healthy and fit. And game is just like your ability to just be a smooth motherfucker, you know? So that's it for today. So yeah, like and subscribe and leave a comment. Peace.